though, in front of his adoring Spanish fans.
Rubens Barrichello, the grandstand is alive.
And look at him, there is the hero.
Our pole sitter dreams of a seminal victory. This is Charles Leclerc's date with destiny. And the Monaco Grand Prix is underway as Leclerc gets the launch that he needed. These grandstands have not seen a home winner in 93 years. It's nearly there. In 2017, Charles Leclerc lost his father, and in his final days, he told his father a white lie, that he'd made it to Formula One, that he'd signed the contract. It wasn't true then, but his driving has made it true now. The grandstands he saw built as a kid growing up now rise for him. This fabled race is won by one of their own. Charles Leclerc wins the Monaco Grand Prix to achieve his dream victory in his home race.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! 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 Oh.
Destiny fulfilled. You've got that one forever.
Michael Schumacher is almost victoriously home. He is into the Sachs curve of the stadium. Now he comes up to the last corner but one, and then the last corner, the Sud curve. The crowd is rising, the crowd is roaring, the flags are waving to greet home their idol and their hero. Michael Schumacher, as usual, dives up to his pit to receive their applause, and he wins the German Grand Prix. And look at him, there is the hero, and there are the people who admire and venerate him. There are over 100,000 Germans here, and this is what they have waited for so long, to see a German win the German Grand Prix. It's happened here at Hockenheim.
To win the first German race here in Hockenheim in front of such a crowd is just unbelievable. I said already that this is going to be more worth for me than to win another championship this year. I mean, the championship is fantastic, but to win a race in front of your home crowd, it's something unbelievable, and I'm going to enjoy this for a long, long time now.
This is where Mansell will be looking to challenge. Piquet will hold the inside line. And Mansell's through, and a tremendous driving by Nigel, but that really was a bad mistake by Piquet to go back to the other side of the track. He just opened the door again.
Watch Mansell come first to the left, now to the right. He's got the inside line, he is level with Nelson Piquet. And now Nigel Mansell, winning the British Grand Prix for the second year in succession, can see the checkered flag. Out he goes. Mansell has won the British Grand Prix.
As soon as I knew I was catching Nelson, the crowd all around the circuit, I think for the last 15 laps, I mean, they were waving to me on all the corners, down the straights. I mean, it was willing me on. I mean, it helped tremendously. I mean, I've got to thank them for the win, because it definitely put 5 seconds in my pocket.
There he is, the Australian driver. Let's cheer him home, Australia. A fantastic performance through the final corners. What an extraordinary story. Qualified 18th on the grid. He was delighted with that, because after all he had 2 Jaguars behind him. Through turn 16 and turn 17. And watch the grandstand. Webber punches the air. The grandstand stand. Yes! Advance Australia, fair. You've done it, boy. Mark Webber finishes in 5th place. It's a dream for Australia, a dream for Mark Webber, and a dream for Paul Stoddart, the owner of Minardi. He may never have a better chance to score 2 points than that.
2 World Championship points then for Minardi and Mark Webber.
Great immediate getaway by Kovalainen, and look at Hamilton down the inside. The crowd goes mad as Lewis Hamilton sides up the inside, but Kovalainen's not having that. He looks in his mirrors to see where Hamilton is. He's squeezing his teammate. Hamilton has to back out of it. On the run down the hanger straight then towards Stowe, and this is where Mansell passed Piquet. Hamilton has gone past Kovalainen in an equally memorable pass. The main headline here is that Lewis Hamilton leads by 42 seconds from Rubens Barrichello. Phenomenal performance by Hamilton in these tricky conditions. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix. A fantastic performance, a mesmerising drive. At times he was 5 or 6 seconds a lap quicker than men on the same tyres. Stunning drive by Lewis Hamilton.
It's by far the best victory I've ever had.
This torrential downpour disrupted the 1981 French Grand Prix at Dijon, but nothing could dampen the home fans' spirits. Despite struggling with a loose front wing, Alain Prost was making ground and closing in on the leader before the heavens opened.
And out goes the red flag. They're stopping the race.
When the skies cleared and the race was restarted, Prost's brave gamble to switch to slick tyres proved a lesson to his rivals as he beat everyone to the first corner. A masterful maiden victory driving for a French team on home soil. It was the stuff dreams are made of.
Fernando Alonso, confirmation that he starts outside the top 10. And another fast start from Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari. Fernando Alonso has managed to get through and get past and pop himself up in the 7th place. Alonso goes through on Michael Schumacher. Grosjean just in front of Alonso, who pulls out alongside. He's going to try and go around the outside, and they did touch, but Alonso has squeezed his way through.
And look at that, Vettel's going slowly.
And Vettel's got a major problem. Fernando Alonso leads. They're going absolutely wild in the stands here. Alonso, in front of his adoring Spanish fans, comes home to win the Grand Prix of Europe.
Feeling very proud to be a Spanish sportsman at the moment, and winning in Spain this race is probably the best victory I ever felt in terms of emotions. Nothing maybe compared to this one.
Lauda's hopes for a maiden home win took a blow at the start of the 1984 Austrian Grand Prix, the McLaren driver dropping back to 6th position after a bad start. But determined to put on a good show for the home crowd, he fought his way back. An oil slick caused race leader and McLaren teammate Alain Prost to slide off into the barriers. Lauda hunted down Nelson Piquet's Brabham before finally taking the lead from the Brazilian with this daring move. A victory now looked easy, but in the closing stages his gearbox broke and he decided to retire. But when cruising back to the pits he realised he could nurse his car to the end, driving with only 3rd and 5th gears. Not only was he driving for Austria, he was driving for a world championship, and the effort he put in to bring the car home and get maximum points was the mark of a true champion. Lauda took an emotional home Grand Prix win that day and claimed 9 points, which would eventually prove crucial to him gaining the championship later in the year.
Look how close Max is now. Yeah. This is his opportunity.
But look how close Lewis is as well. Valtteri has done a sterling job here to try and hold up Max Verstappen. He's not going to hold him up any longer, because with DRS, there he goes. And you can hear the roar from the Dutch Lions in the grandstands.
That's mega. Let's go.
And it is double Dutch delight for Max Verstappen, who crosses the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Turn up to the max. Listen to that roar. He's experiencing this at the age of 23. We forget how young Max Verstappen is and how well he's doing to cope with the huge pressure on him.
I'm of course so happy to win here, to take the lead as well in the championship. It's just an amazing day with just the whole crowd. You know, it's incredible.
Barrichello set the fastest sector time for the first part of the track and the middle sector. Can he hold it together? Rubens Barrichello on home territory. Hasn't had a pole for 5 years, and now he's coming. Rubens Barrichello knows the time to beat, and he's done it. 900th of a second. Rubens Barrichello has risen to the challenge. No wonder the Brawl mechanics are celebrating. Rubens Barrichello. The grandstand is alive.
That is P1 in Brazil, dude. That is P1 in Brazil. Jenson Button, P14. Sebastian Vettel, P16. Where are you now?
Very, very, very happy with this situation, and it's great to see that all the people stayed to see it, because you know they went through a heavy period of rain, so I was expecting people to leave, but very happy that they stayed to see this.
Button closes in at the hairpin, but doesn't close in enough to get past Kamui Kobayashi. Kobayashi just beats Jenson Button, home for third place, and for the first time since 1990, a Japanese driver will stand on the podium here at Suzuka. And for Sauber, it's utter delight. For Kamui Kobayashi, it is total dreamland here in his home Grand Prix.
This is my first podium in Japan. This is fantastic, unbelievable, you know.
In his 8th season as a Formula One driver, the now 31-year-old Senna finally won his home race in front of his adoring fans in Sao Paulo. Qualifying on pole, a superb start saw Senna lead for some 65 laps of the Interlagos circuit. But then, with the duck about to be broken, his McLaren's gearbox began to fail, losing a succession of gears until only 6th was available. As Williams' Riccardo Patrese and the rain clouds closed in, Senna managed to steer his stricken car home for the win using only one gear.
Yes, Ayrton Senna achieves his ambition to win the Brazilian Grand Prix.
I've been very near to win the Brazilian Grand Prix many other occasions, and today is a memorable day in my career, in my life. It's a super day. I'm over the moon.